Yeah, what's up? What's going on, everybody? It is. I am Super Dave back at it again with the PA Political Revolution podcast, and we back at it again, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, we back at it, man. This is gonna probably be an epic roast right here, man, because it doesn't matter what's going on in PA. Only in PA will you hear a dumb, retarded politician say some of the dumbest goddamn crap that's ever been said on social media. I'm like, people, you have to understand this election is important because you have the opportunity to go ahead and see if you really want change or not, people. This is all on you. You have a lot of things going on, right? You have a lot of racial play in the background. You have a lot of corruption going on right now. You have a straight all out war on the poor. There is a war on the black, Hispanic, and poor white community, right? It is a war on the average citizen in this city. You have to be smart enough to pick up on the cues, people. These politicians are not the smartest individuals out here, right? These fake pastors, these fake politicians are some of the dumbest son of a guns. I mean, I just can't really believe some of the dumb things that'll come out of their mouths, right?
So I can give you that
First, we're
information.
going, no,
When people
you
Google
jumping.
property
Hold
values in Port
on,
Arthur,
you jumping way till I know you want to go and get started. But heck, hey, since you want to go ahead and get started, this is what we're about to go ahead on and do. We're about to jump on right into it, right? As you all know right now, Miss Charlotte Moses is so out of touch with the community. She is actively, willingly gentrifying the city. Now let's just go ahead and take a look. Hey, if you've been under a rock, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the this video that she had just put on there, right? Obviously she had, I think, one of her friends in the Hispanic community have this set up this interview for her, right? So I guess the guy he was trying to get ahead of time, but she kind of left his messages and DMs on read or whatever, right? So just straight ghosted the guy. So I guess she wanted to get a plug into the Hispanic community and say, hey, let me go ahead and do it. This guy, he didn't really, put up too much of a fight. He was giving, some softball questions, not really pushing back on anything. But, we kind of figured that. Miss Charlotte Moses, she not going anywhere that she'll really be challenged on some of her ideals or whatnot. And it's not too many people out here doing, nobody really doing debates, right? I was going to go ahead and try to, get them up, but I had other things going on, didn't have, time to really do it. And had other people doing some, quote unquote, uh, forums or whatnot. So they ain't really debates. They just forums where they, you ask them a question, they'll just throw some bull crap out there and there you go, make your decisions off that. And I was trying to do something a little bit different, ask them some real questions of really what's going on in the city, because not, too many people know what's going on in the city, or they don't know the right questions to ask. So I was gonna do that, but I just have a whole bunch of things going on with some school and other stuff. So just didn't get a chance to do it right. But here it is. This is this is her own words, her own doing. You know, and I think when I listened to the podcast, it had some more stuff I could have clipped on here. But these are just some of the things that caught me, right? And you would think you running for a mayor, and you would think you being a pastor that you would actually have some sense where you could doggone understand what you're saying. But these people are used to lying, swindling, doing all kind of crazy stuff, in my opinion, right? that they just go on any platform and just say anything. They think these platforms are just like church. They'll go tell you something you shouldn't question them on them. They tell you whatever they're saying strong enough that you should believe it. So let's go ahead and kind of listen to Miss Charlotte Moses on what's her ideas on this real estate crap.
Mm-hmm. Think about this. So you protested say I'm paying too much. Mm-hmm. So it's an oxymoron because what happens now is when people Google our city and they see the median property, that's why we stay on the low to median income level, because when we protest it, we try to drop that value down. Mm-hmm. So how can we ever attract people to come to our city? And because you've lowered your property tax and your home, what your value is of your home, because that goes down, the property tax is based on the value. Mm-hmm. So you lower that, your home is worth 150, 300,000, 300, let's say that. Yeah. And you appeal that and you get it dropped down to 250, 100,000. Right. So now when people, if everybody does that, so think about it, when people Google homes in Port Arthur on the internet and they said, oh, the property value over there is so low. Mm-hmm.
Now let's go ahead and start off with some of the lies or the dumb stuff she's saying, right? First off, it is not an oxymoron if you're protesting your your tax rate, right? How is it an oxymoron? See, these people don't even understand some of the words that they're using, right? She's saying it's an oxymoron. Oxymoron is two contradictory terms, right? Protesting your taxes in an underdeveloped, low impoverished city. It's not a doggone oxymoron, right? So, hey, that's the first doggone thing I noticed. Next thing, we're on the. She's actually saying we're on the low to medium income because the property value is low. The low income housing. It's not just housing, it's a whole bunch of things, right? It's the median income, it's the whole economics is the reason you have low to moderate income, right? Not just the housing, not just the low income housing. If they had low income housing and the people were making high wages and paying it, it would counteract that. But you don't have people with the money here, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and show you that a little bit later. Inflated home values is not the cause for people not coming to the city, right? Come on, it's another thing. You don't have any jobs over here. You have crime running rapid. One of the most important things is the education. You have a trash school system down here, and we are not doing anything about it. Those are some of the main reasons. You have quality of life. Those are some of the main reasons why people are not coming down here. It is not because low housing, right? If and understand people, what she is talking about is inflation. Inflation is just the artificial rise of housing, the artificial cost of goods and services, right? To include housing. Now, and she didn't say do upgrades to your house to increase the value. She's saying, hey, the protesting, right? You protesting to bring it down. That's what's causing a thing. That's what's causing people not wanting to come here. But you have to understand when people are lying to you, right? You have to understand. She's lying to you because the only people that benefit from this, right? There's people that's selling houses. That's the only people that benefit. Most of the people that's poor to low income, if they get a home, most likely they're not flipping homes, right? Because you have to have capital to flip homes, buy homes, renovate homes, and flip homes. So unless and most people don't have that on, and it's high poverty city, right? It's just common sense. But this council member, former council member, pastor is strict lying to the people, right? To me, she's a demon. I mean, there's no way to put it, right? She's a demon because she's lying. I'm gonna show you exactly what's her plan, whether she's knowing, but she have to be willing. You have to know that you're gentrifying the city. I can't even say that she just don't know this, but let's go with her finish this lies.
Because that's what's substantiating and driving people to come to Port Arthur is how high where those values are.
Yeah.
So if you keep everybody appeals those values, and we get lower value, then you say, why Port Arthur's horrible? I don't want to live there. I don't want to come there because we keep appealing it and you drop your value down. Now we're not worth anything.
Yeah. Well, maybe if they could raise up the value of the property, but where the people don't have to pay the extra
Can't
increase.
do the
Yeah.
they go together, Rob. You can't
Yeah,
do that.
like-
Yeah, no. One can't go
Well,
without the
especially
other.
if it's your homestead.
Your shit down, I'm bringing hoes out. Run
And understand, right? This is pretty much, and remember what she says, right? Remember what she says about people, new people coming into the city, right? Remember what she says. We're trying to get new people to come in here, and understand the people that's coming here. The people that's coming here. Just think about it. If you're coming here because the prices are so inflated, it's for a reason. You're trying to push somebody out, right? You're trying to separate yourself from poor people because you know if you play these high artificial rates, you just don't want to be by no poor folks. That's the only reason. That is the only reason that that you think inflation is good. Inflation is not good because I don't know what she's on. You have to be a demon, right? You have to be because I don't see what a person with a legal secretary degree. She's spent all her life to be an office secretary, right? To be a secretary. That's her whole purpose in life. I think she went to high school. She was with the type of training in high school to take office. She had the college degree to be a legal secretary. She was working one at what is them damn developers, the Lloyd Hayes. Yeah, Lloyd. She was working for Lloyd Hayes' wife, if I'm not mistaken, some type of furniture deal. So she's been doing secretary work, for her whole life. So, and then she going into real estate. So you would think somebody would have the basic common sense to understand real estate and understand gentrification, right? And you would think the person has the intelligence to understand what's going on when you put this into when you inflate real estate prices in the low income neighborhoods. So let's go ahead and go to the second part and kind of chop this up. Oh, before I do that, look, man, look, I'll never forget one of my cousins, right? My cousin Lee. He told me like over 10 years ago, right? He said he'll never see the day. He never thought he'll see the day that home prices in Port Arthur pass Baytown. You know what I mean? Price, even and he was telling me this about over 10, man, about 15 years, about 15 to 20 years ago. Home prices in Port Arthur skyrocketed past Baytown. He can find a cheaper house in Baytown versus Port Arthur, right? And then when I went to the tax office, right, tax appraisal office, whatnot in Beaumont off 4th Street or whatever. I went there and I asked him, "Hey, what's going on with these property taxes? Why everything's so high?" The nice lady in there, she told me that hey, people are buying these prices way out of buying these houses far over the value of it. So right, if you end up buying a home, what you need to do is do your due diligence on buying a home. Right, go to all these websites. I seen some stuff on Money Hub, Nerd Wallet. I think they have different articles on what you need to look for, what not buying a house, and YouTube. So do your due diligence. I know it's just a lot of stuff in buying a house, and everybody don't know it. Know everything about it, including myself. You just have to do try to do research because these people they'll be robbing you, right? Now let's go ahead and see what this other portion of the clip that Charlotte Moses was talking about with this.
Information and let you know that I'm serious about what I do. And so when you look at those homes that are sold, back then they were only sold, we were only getting $80 a square foot for a home. Today, if we sold a house in this area, even in this area, you can get over $100 and maybe $20 a square foot for a home.
Yeah.
So the value of homes in Port Arthur are competitive enough that we are outshining surrounding cities and people buying homes in our city. And that's good for us because we want to outweigh the low income. We want to outweigh the low income. There's nothing wrong with low income homes or low income apartments, but we don't want that.
How in the hell you outweigh low income with inflation? People, she's talking about inflation, high property values with no type of improvements or nothing, just high prices.
To be the narrative of our city, because what was happening before 2020 is that the narrative was you don't want to move to Port Arthur because of the Section 8 housing and because we flourished and had 14 different housing places that were not Section 8. So we want to change that narrative, and we want to be able to have people come into our city that are buying homes, that are buying and staying in our city, and that we've changing the trajectory of low income. And so now we can see prosperity. So as it rises, it helps all of our value to go up. So
how can you get prosperity off of inflation, right? Again, people, this is only for her because she sells homes. Think about it, people. You have a person with the mentality that you never heard this before. You go to any politician, podcast, news outlet, whatever, right? Any news thing that they have politicians talking about the economy. You will never hear a person say, "Hey, economy is good for the city." You will never hear a person say, inflation is good for the city. Just raising home prices just for the hell of it is good. What the fuck does that mean? What does that even mean? What she's saying? You just inflated home prices with nothing substantiated is bringing us prosperity, people. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my fucking life. I gotta say it. What Charlotte Moses is saying is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. And this is who you want to be your mayor. You have to be dumb just like it. Look, you hearing this type of stuff, right? So understand when your water rates get raised again, and they raise it. Hey, look, this is going to bring us prosperity. Water rates going to. Hey, we go price them jokers up so people going to want to come. She has a superficial mind, right? She has the mind of like a child, right? In my opinion, she has the mind of a little kid that, hey, you see some Jordans or whatnot, that's $300, $400, $500, and she think that's actually some type of value when that's just perceived value. She's actually want to inflate home prices without a supply issue. That doesn't make any fucking sense, man. That only makes money for her. Understand, she wants to inflate home prices without having a supply shortage. Usually supply and demand in homes dictate that. But according to her, she's been doing that. Without it, man. Hold on.
We don't want to kill that thing. You want to make sure that it grows and that it's setting a trend whereby we are lifting the prices. And when people Google us in Port Arthur, they'll say, man, the property value in Port Arthur is amazing. Would you want to Google Baytown or Google Sugar Land and they tell you the property values were low? You ain't going to move there.
That's true. That's facts right there.
You're not going to go. So why would we want to keep Port Arthur?
Poor dude, he just he got the interview and She'll promise to have him interview her in the thing. So he's just saying, whatever. I don't know if he really, you know, paying attention to what she's saying, or he just, just saying yeah and letting her run.
In that same stringent place. No, I want to see us by becoming a realtor and doing what I am doing. It is investing in the future of the city so that we can get fair market value and we can get people to the next level in our city.
Now you heard what she said, right? That's very important. She's doing what she's doing. From what she's saying, she's charging you. If you buying a home from her, she overcharging your ass to keep the prices up there so she can make money. Let's go play that again, right? Let's just kind of listen to it.
Investing in the future of the city so that by becoming a realtor and doing what I am doing.
What she's doing.
Investing in the future of the city so that we can get fair market value and we can get people to the next level in our cities. We can't do it. You do it one house at a time. You do it one block at a time. You do it one street at a time. So I can give you the fair market value. You're not going.
So she just pretty much preaching, right? She's pretty much saying that by being a realtor, what she's doing, she's inflating the value of it, right? To pretty much try to get people to come in. Because in her mind, right, in her crazy mind, that she thinks that you can have people coming here for just inflation. Inflation is what attracts people. Oh, I have the newest house. Oh, my house costs more than yours. Oh, this house is high. Let me go get this high house. That doesn't make no fucking sense, people. This is what Charlotte Moses is fucking telling you. She's telling you this dumbass shit. People, you gotta wake the fuck up and goddamn see this demon doesn't give a flip about you. Let's hear what she said, what she's doing. She says she's doing this, right, as a realtor. Now, just imagine when she's getting the office, because she's saying she's going to do this one block at a time, one house at a time. And trust me, I know it's going to happen. Your water rate is going to increase. She's going to probably tell you this same dumbass shit, right? Just like she told Mr. Artemis about change is coming. That's the same shit she go tell. See, she already starting that dumbass rhetoric, right? She already telling you bullshit. Queen of bullshit. That's her new nickname. Charlotte Moses, the queen of bullshit, right? Bullshitting you on this inflation. Bullshitted the school teacher with Mr. Artemis, right? About the drainage issue. Hey, as long as we got 4 votes, we'll do anything. She told black folk, pretty much said black folk, hey, we need to study for the civil service test. You can't, we need to study. It's harder than what we think it is, right? All this bull crap, and you will have to be a fool or go ahead and reelect this person, right? Knowing all of this stuff that she's telling you. She's telling you what she's going to do. She's going to price you out and inflate it, right? Let's hear it for the last time.
Go. So why would we want to keep Port Arthur in that same stringent place? No, I want to see us by becoming a realtor and doing what I am doing. It is investing in the future of the city.
Investing,
so
what you call it.
We can get fair market value and we can
fair
get
market
people
value
to the next level in our cities. We can't do it. You do it one house at a time. You do it one block at a time. You do it one street at a time.
One street at a time.
That information.
Not cut that bull crap out, but she's gonna be inflating everything, right? Now you heard it, what she's saying. As a realtor, she's giving fair market value by inflating your price. I didn't say that. She said that. If you bought a home from her, you probably overpaid for that bull crap. That's according to her. Let's just say, let's just get it one more time. So I'm not saying it. You heard what she said.
Or Google Sugar Land and they tell you the property values were low, you ain't gonna move there.
That's true. That's facts right there.
You're not gonna go. So why would we want to keep Port Arthur in that same stringent place? No, I want to see us by becoming a realtor and doing what I am doing. It is investing in the future of the city so that we can get fair market value and we can get people to the next level in our cities. We can't do it. You do it one house at a time. You do it one block at a time. You do it one street at a time. So I can give you that information.
So you heard her. She's going to do it one block at a time. She already inflated the values of the real estate so she can make some money. Hey, she's going to do it in the city. Inflate the water. You could be dry. You could be drinking rich water now. You know what I'm saying? You're going to inflate all your taxes. Going to inflate all it. Now let's kind of go ahead and see what Chat GPT has to say. I'm just putting the same thing she said, right? What does inflation of homes do to low income cities, right? So she says she's going to take us to the next level by charging the hell out of us, right? The inflation of home prices, also known as housing inflation, can have a range of negative effects on low income cities. Here's how it typically impacts them, right? Displacement and gentrification. As home prices rise, landlords often increase rent to match market value, right? So what she's doing by overcharging you to buy them homes, not only she's increasing the tax base for you to get taxed, she's also making your rent go up. Even if you're not buying a home, even if you're renting apartments, the rent is going to goddamn rise, right? Long-term low-income residents may be priced out of the neighborhoods, right? That's gentrification. Because it's high poverty, you can't really sustain that type of bullcrap. You can't sustain all of that. Wealthier newcomers might move in, changing the culture and economic landscape. This is the core of gentrification, right? She said it. She's trying to get people to come in. And this is who her target is. She's trying to get rich, wealthier newcomers to pay the high prices. Who's going to pay them? Wealthier newcomers. That's who she's looking for. Changing the cultural and economic landscape. This is the core of gentrification, people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. What do you think? like you hear about in California, New York, when those football stadiums come through in a local neighborhood, blow up the doggone the property values from the houses in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So man, it's all bad in the city like Port Arthur. Increased homelessness risk, right? With rising rent and stagnant wages, many households in low-income cities spend a substantiated share of their income on housing. You're spending too much money on housing, right? So, hey, if I ain't got no money to do something else, I might be homeless. Everything with the housing rate rising. This increases housing insecurity and can lead to a rise in homeless. Yeah, you pricing me out. You running me out the neighborhood. Widening wealth inequality, right? Like I said before, that's the gap. Homeowners benefit from increasing property values. Widening wealth. Okay, yeah, homeowners, but that's really if you're going to sell a home, because most people in poverty, they're not really flipping homes. They're going to live in homes and don't want to pay them high-ass rates. But renters, who make up a large share of low-income city populations, do not gain any equity and face higher living costs depending on the wealth gap, right? So the renters, man, look, if you're renting, you don't have any benefits in this. Stress on public services. As low-income families are pushed to more affordable and often more remote areas, city infrastructure like transit and school faces strain and underfunding. Emergency service may also face increased pressure due to rising homelessness or housing instability. Stagnant local economy. If residents are spending most of their income on housing, they have less to spend on local goods and services. We don't have any money. We're getting priced out. only thing we can do is just live and go to work. We're going to be some zombies. And hell, if we spending everything on the high inflation of housing homes, this can hurt small businesses and slow down local economic growth. I don't have no extra discretion or money. I can't buy stuff. So again, that hits the economy. So this is all your prospective mayors trying to be. That's Charlotte Moses, right? Reduce opportunities for upward mobility. High housing costs make it harder for low-income families to save money, invest in education, or move to areas with better job prospects because people don't have the freaking money. Because it's going on this inflation where this dumb candidate, Charlotte Moses, thinks it's going to take us to the next fucking level, man. I just can't fucking get it. Speculations and vacancies, right? In some cases, investors buy up properties in low-income areas anticipating rising values. Oh, yeah, that's that, yeah. Look at this, man. They gonna come buy them houses up and try to, just flip it, kick you out, man. Look, it's all bad. It's all bad. This is nothing but real estate hustle right here. This can lead to vacant or underused properties, worsening the housing supply for residents who need it, right? So you worsen the housing supply, was going to kick up the price more, right? And artificial. This is nothing but a crooked real estate scam, in my opinion. If you like, I can give you a case. That's it. But see, she's saying that this inflation is going to help the city, right? But I'm showing you right here, you use these AI chatbots, right? It's telling you that the inflation of homes, what does the inflation of homes do to low-income cities? So this is not going to help low-income. It's going to hurt low-income, right? So let me go ahead and see. Let's just go ahead and I got to pay the. Well, now we're about to turn over to what are the actual causes of people not wanting to live in the city, right? These are things that we need to focus on if we want to make the city better. And if a politician is not talking about any of these things, they're not talking about making this city great. Now, we all know that Port Arthur been named one of the country's worst small cities, right? This is a good and bad. They're just going to do a little quick video so you can kind of hear it from them, right? So you can hear this not from me, but other people that deals with Wallet Hub.
Panel, it's been a while since we contemplated one of those rankings reports that Wallet Hub likes to put out from time to time, but this week's might be worth contemplating. The personal finance website has published its ranking of small cities in America from best to worst to live in. The site compared more than 1,300 cities with populations between 25,000 and 100,000 based on 45 different indicators, including affordability, housing, health, education, crime, and leisure. As the Houston Chronicle's Erica Greeter noted Wednesday, the top-ranked small cities in the greater Houston area include Lake Jackson, Rosenberg, and Conroe. And then there's the other end of the spectrum. Port Arthur, 90 miles east of Houston, finished in the second percentile in the rankings, as in 98% of those 1,300 some odd other cities were ranked higher. Port Arthur is home to a number of major oil refineries and ranked low on safety, education, health, and quality of life. The Gulf Coast city of Port Arthur's way down Wallet Hub's rankings of America's small cities. Is this good, bad, or ugly? Natalie.
I mean, I guess if you're from Port Arthur, it's bad.
Damn.
It's Port Arthur. So the best thing that ever came out of Port Arthur for me is UGK. So unless you Bun B or RIP Pimp C, I mean, like, that's really all Port Arthur has for me at this point in time. So, somebody's got to take up the rear.
Sounds to me like Natalie wants
Damn,
to
is
go on
that
a road
funny?
trip.
Yeah. Don't drive through Port Arthur, Natalie.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Wow. All right. Good, bad, or ugly? Ernie.
Good for people who like to read lists. Bad for people who live in any of these cities. I think a city is what you make of it. And so these rankings really, even no matter how many categories they have, it's truly the individual's life experience they make there. And so by putting this title onto your town or city, in some way, I think forces you in a certain direction. What's Port Arthur going to say now? Oh, we ranked that low, so now we see ourselves that low. That's not good. That's not. So I think it's ugly that they rank cities because you make your own city and make it as good as you want it to be. And if you don't like the way things are done, don't forget to get out and vote.
Go vote.
5th.
There you go. All right. Good, bad, or ugly. Mustafa.
Sad. I'll say sad. Actually,
Too sad.
I actually, so I saw this. You had sent this thing, so I was going. I know somebody in Port Arthur. It was Senator Carl Parker who used to be.
So he's going to pretty much talk about Carl Parker and how good or whatever he liked and all this stuff, right? So you can go ahead and hit the rest of that on there, but pretty much, that's how the world sees a city right now, regardless of what all this bull crap the superintendent will tell you when the letter he put out with this rating. We're going to go ahead and get to you the actual data, right? And I think it's good that we are taking, we have something measurable, right? We have something measurable nationally that people can pretty much all agree to, that, hey, these are some things that they want in a city. And you need to have these markers. So you need to have a way to tell if your city's doing good or your city's doing bad. So yeah, it's what we make of it, but we have to know when things are failing. And we can't, and this is the thing that a lot of people can't grasp through their head. We have to find out the problem. We have to identify the problem before we can talk about and implement a solution. People do not want to talk about the failing school district, failing politician, failing city, failing infrastructure. A lot of people don't want to talk about that, but you have to talk about it if you want to do something about it and you want to fix it. You have to make the tough decisions, right? Now, as we know, Port Arthur was the second worst city in the city, right? And and the things is not the inflation. It's ranks like affordability, economic and health rank, education, quality of life, safety. So, and you have to understand with Port Arthur, we have the three highest things that we have: education and health rank, right? It's 1282. We have safety rank, right? 1224. And we have economic and health, 1160. So, hey, these are the things that there's, that's kind of that's what they're going off of the ranking, right? Going to go ahead and break it down in a minute in depth. We go past that up. I'm going to go to, you got the experts, the methodology, right? You got things: affordability, economic health, education, quality of life, and safety. Pretty much what I just stated. They're doing these cities was ranked 25,000 to 100,000, population. Right here, affordability, median household income. You have to have some money, people. Affordability, it's this with economics. Affordability, you can say it's economics, but it's its own separate thing, right? Median household income, cost of living, home ownership rate. And you can't own a home ownership if they pricing you out the doggone wazoo. Housing costs, right? There you go. Housing costs. If it's too high, you can't buy it. If it's low enough, then you can actually capitalize and be a homeowner. Affordability. People understand what I'm telling you. I'm specifically contradicting with this candidate, this demon I call her. Charlotte Moses is telling you because she's either incompetent and she don't know what the flip she's talking about, or she's deliberately lying to the people and want to drag this freaking city down. It's right here. Affordability, household income, that's money, cost of living, home ownership rate, housing costs. These are, share of household with several household cost burden. All of this, inflation affects these. Housing inflation affects this. Economics affects this. Now we going money. You have to have money for this, right? Now let's go to economic and health points. You got the population growth. You got the income growth, right? If you're having to pay more just for a doggone house, you're going to have less income. Job growth, right? Unemployment rate. Share of population living in poverty. People, it's about the money. Don't let what Charlotte Moses lying to you and fucking telling you that we raise the fucking price. You give all your money to a fucking house. It's like that's some type of magic goddamn thing of bring PA to the fucking promised land. It's some fucking bullshit. I keep hating this because there going to be some dummies out here that regardless of what I'm saying, you still going to vote for that motherfucker and she's going to run your city in the motherfucking trash. I'm telling you, some dumb motherfuckers looking at this right now, listening to this right now, and I'm showing you where the shit that she's saying is bullshit. And I'm showing you she's setting this city up for fucking failure, right? Unemployment rate, share of population living on poverty. Debt per median earnings. That's debt. You paying more for your fucking house, you don't have no money, you gonna be in fucking debt. Higher fucking house equals higher fucking debt. Higher goddamn the shit that she telling you not to do to the taxes. All that shit plays in the how we are seen in the fucking nationals, right? Foreclosure rate. If your fucking house is too fucking high, you can't pay for the motherfucker, right? Share of people who had bankruptcy. Okay, you might go bankrupt if you're trying to save your house. You could barely pay for the motherfucker, and you got other goddamn debts, right? Median credit score. Okay. Education and health. School system quality, right? I just put that shit out of there, right? So all of you people talking about you can't see me here giving you solutions or whatever. What's the solutions? I'm giving you ignorant mofos a fucking solution, right? I'm giving you the solution for a fucking better city, but some of you brain dead motherfuckers not understanding. When I tell you you need a new superintendent where you can goddamn have somebody be accountable and not these young ass don't know what the fuck they talking about board members on here that don't know shit, you won't think I'm bullshitting, because this affects the fucking city, how we looked at shit, right? How we looked at nationally. And if people want to move here or not, if we want to have businesses here. Education and health. School systems quality. We know that's trash. High school graduation rate. Share of adults age 25 and older with a high school diploma or higher. Share of insured population, right? You need money. Premature death rate. You need some good health care for that, and health care costs money, right? Share of adults in poor or fair health. Share of living births with low birth rates. Share of obesity. Share of physical inactive adults. Limited access to healthy foods, right? Quality of life. Here we go. The average commute. Share of population who walk to work. Hey, if you're paying more money for your house, you don't have no money to get a car, some type of transportation. Average weekly work hours. Number of attractions, right? We know we don't have that much. Restaurants per capita, we have a lot of them. Bars per capita, we have a lot of them. Clubs per capita, we have a lot of them. Coffee and tea shops per capita, okay. Movie theaters, museums per capita, performing arts centers per capita, fitness centers per capita. Good thing we got Crunch now. That's a blessing. Bike rental facilities per capita, Parks per capita. We have a whole crap load of parks. They all pretty much look so, but we have a lot of parks. Department stores per capita. You know, some, at least Central Mall is getting to be revived somewhat. Now you have safety, violent crime rate. We have property crime rate. We have motor vehicle crash deaths per capita, right? We got that 73 bull crap going on. We have, you know, these out of towners coming in, and you know, they wrecking on the buses and shit, whole toward buses. So, you know, you got that, and I think an ambulance just flipped over on the side or flipped upside down somewhere. So, you know, we got a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of this bullshit construction going on too. So understand that. That's another issue. Pedestrian fatalities per capita, alcohol impaired driving fatalities, drug poisoning death per capita. God damn. So understand, people, these are the metrics where people is going to come in or not. The biggest one is being school district, and I say my opinion that the education, health, and economic health, right? And affordability. Economic health, affordability, and education. To me, that's the top ones. And understand, people, what Charlotte Moses said, artificial inflation of housing, no improvements, just you contesting it is doing the bad thing. Well, I say everybody needs to contest it, right? They may need to have a class on contest. I may need to get with, hell, if Charlie Lewis win, I may have to get with him and try to set up like a class or get with some other people that I know that challenge him a lot, so the average person can know it. The average poor person, like, you know, like me, will know this information, right? So people understand. I'm giving you the information of what you have to do to make this city better. You have one candidate that has misappropriated money, that used to work for the city, that has a bad, what it says, some poor evaluations. They say she been on the phone while she been working over there, Miss Charlotte Moses, right? And look, you know, she's supposed to have all these degrees, misappropriated money. Man, look, and you have her telling you that she has a real estate license and she been basically making you overpay for your home so she can bring this city up. It's one house at a time, one street at a time, one job, so everything is going to be overpriced. Everything, I guarantee you, I can't find where she said it, but she did say something, their water rate need to be raised, she'll raise it. Something to that effect. So people, if you doggone vote for Charlotte, don't come crying to me while stuff ain't get done. Don't come, hey, can you call me to see if I could go see if, you know, somebody can do your trash, or somebody can see if they do this, if I can go talk to somebody at the council to have them come do this for you. Look, don't call me. Y'all need to go call Charlotte Moses. Y'all need to call y'all mayor. When she start giving you that bull crap about a change is coming in 100 years, or she start telling you, look, with 4 votes, we can do any goddamn thing. Hey, don't come talk to me. Y'all wouldn't elect that mofo in there. Y'all elected this crazy son of a gun that just lied to y'all. She thinks she can tell you that. She thinks she can tell you because, like, she thinks everybody is a church, right? Everywhere she just talked to you, like how she talked to people in the church. But man, look, this Super Dave back at it again with the PA Political Revolution podcast, and I'm trying to show you. I got the data. I'm showing you the data why people not moving here. Affordability, economic and health, education and economic health, education and health, quality of life, safety. Those are some of the basic barometers that where people will want to move into a city. And it doesn't have anything to do with just raising prices artificially. And you can see, right? Carmel, Indiana, the best place, right? Best place. Let's scroll all the way on down and find Port Arthur, right? Let's scroll through all of these cities. Scroll, and now we get down to 3. And there we are, number 2. Boom. Port Arthur's right here at the bottom, right? right here at the bottom. So understand, next to Gary, Indiana is like one of the ones at number one. So people, this is Super Dave back at it again with the PA Political Revolution podcast. You can't say I'm lying about anything. I'm showing you the data. You got a problem with it, show something different. And man, I need y'all to pass this video out. I'm trying to give it to you as easy as I can. I'm letting you know she lying to you. She telling you what she go do in the office. So when she get there, if she get there, hopefully she don't. But I'm telling you what you up against. She gonna fuck this whole city up. And it's gonna be bad for black folk, Hispanics, poor white folk that don't have the money to white flight. And hey, y'all gonna get hit too. So until the next time, everybody, take it easy, share this, like, subscribe. Take it easy. Peace.